Hi, welcome to Copenhagen. Thanks for dropping in. If you're watching on replay, I hope this one works better than the last one. My last live, I had a lot of problems with the connection. So today I have a net cable plugged in. So hopefully that solves that problem. So today I'm working on the last section of the last kitten of a project that I'm doing to show the differences between round and square canvases and the same picture from different companies. So once I get this section finished, I'll be putting together part 3 of the comparing square and round diamond painting canvases, where we can actually look at the finished pieces and compare them and talk about the differences. So today, just basically chatting to anybody that wants to chat. If not, I'll just carry on with finishing this project. So the weather in Copenhagen today is pretty dire. Hi Carrie, good afternoon. It's nearly 4 p.m. in Copenhagen. Good morning to you. Thanks for dropping in. How is the weather in Canada? Pretty cold, the last I heard. It is 8.3 degrees in Copenhagen just now, which is 46.9. Nearly summertime. So we're expecting there's a storm coming in to Denmark, but I don't think it's really meant to hit Copenhagen. Copenhagen is the capital city of Denmark, but we live on an island called Zealand. We're not on actual mainland Denmark. So I think the north of the island is going to get some of this storm, or the worst of this storm. But in relative terms, I don't think it's anything like tornadoes and all that sort of thing. But for Denmark, it's high winds. I think they're expecting some structural damage. Hi Laura, good morning. Long time no see. How are you? How are the pizzas? Cool and foggy. Snow and icy weather on the East Coast. We get fog now and again. Not that much, really. Considering we're on an island, do you think we would get more? So I am not running wirelessly this time. I don't know why. The past 2 or 3 lives, I've been getting poor connection messages coming up, and people have been getting the good old hamstering where it just spins and spins. So I've got an uber long Ethernet cable plugged into the laptop this time. Hopefully it works. Not much else I can do, so fingers crossed. So I will be very glad to finish this one. I've been looking at the same kitten for weeks. This is the third one. But there is a purpose, and I think it will be interesting, especially to beginners. Pizza always getting better and better. No more. You're no longer the dropping pizza chef. I had pizza at work last night and it was rubbish. And I was talking to one of the chefs and they said, yeah, they're trying to save money. So they're buying in these pre-made bases. This is just for staff. That just suck. So he said, "Do you want me to make you something?" And I said, "Yeah." Conscious that they're busy, so I said, "Just a burger. That's relatively fast for them. That would be fine." And he said, you don't want a burger." He said, "I'll make you something." So he made me. I can't even remember all of the ingredients. Hi, Nicole. Thanks for dropping in. It was a vegetarian thing. Hi, Helen. How's Scotland? Nice and sunny as always. It was a sort of risotto, and it had mushroom in it. It had pumpkin, some sort of pumpkin. It had coconut oil and apple. I can't remember. There were some kind of nuts in it as well. Really unusual combination of things, but it tasted really nice. I enjoyed it. And he said it was one of the other chefs that had come up with the idea for it. Oh, you've got part of this storm as well, then, Helen. We've had really windy weather the past 2 days, but they're expecting the storm to hit Denmark today. I think it's today. But it's the north of mainland Denmark, I think, and the north of Zealand, the island that we're on, that are going to get the worst of it. So they're warning about traffic and like high-sided vehicles and bridges and all that stuff. Yeah, I need to get him to write it down, Laura. You might be interested. It was a really weird combination of things that I would never. Apple and pumpkin and coconut oil, I think was one, and cream. Yeah, it was really different. And he said it was one of the other chefs that had come up with the recipe. Okay, Laura, you can answer this. What is a sous chef? I know I could Google it. I keep meaning to and I keep forgetting. Caroline and NH. NH. I am rubbish at this. New Hampshire, is that? I'm guessing. Oh, you expect, wow, 12 to 20 inches of snow. Wow. Yeah, I don't think we're going to see any snow this year. 17 degrees. What did I say it was here? Hang on. I need to press a button to switch. We work in Celsius here. 46.9 Fahrenheit. 17. Whoa, that's cold. New Hampshire is New Hampshire. I don't know where it is. Like on a map. Show me a map of America. I have no idea. My American geography is really, really bad. But thanks for dropping in. All right, okay. I've got a rough idea where Boston is. Okay, East Coast. Cool. Assistant to the head chef. Okay. Yeah, we've got, I think it's 20 chefs. So we've got like a head chef for each group and then 3 minions. And then we have some, I don't know, do you get apprentices? Especially one young guy, I think he's 21. All he seems to do is chop vegetables. He gets little shots at things now and again. I take it's just part of his training. So sous chef is like the next best thing to the head chef. And then what? A chef? Is that... Do you get such a thing as a chef? I have no idea about the grading of chefs. But I think I mentioned this before, but I do know that they all have their own knives and thou shalt not touch. They carry them in these little roll-up bag things. They're like Teenage Mutant Ninjas when they walk in with these black bags. I'm sure they're probably worth a lot of money. I am. No, I'm just on. How long have we been on? 11 minutes. Just on. So I'm now testing my connection because the last live, in fact, I think you watched it or tried to watch the replay. I never watch the replays of these things ever, but people were saying there was a lot of hamstering where it's just like a wheel going round and round. Like I had a message straight away saying poor connection, trying to reconnect. That was the worst one yet. So I got a long Ethernet cable. So now I'm plugged in to the router. $12,000 for 6 knives. Wow. Why are they so expensive? I take it you didn't buy them in Walmart. I'm sure you could get a nice set of knives in Walmart for about $5. A bit glitchy. Yeah, it sounded as if it was a lot more than a bit glitchy. Nobody touches. Yeah. Ah, right. Okay. Still, that's 1,200. So he just got you the cheap ones. The ones that you really wanted were 12,000. Yeah, expensive stuff. I'm sure there is a very valid reason. I mean, when you're a chef, I mean, it is your trade, your profession. Obviously, you want the best. You know the saying, a poor chef blames his knives. I'm tempted. I mean, they leave them open. They leave them rolled open. Hi, Queen Bee. Thanks for dropping in. They leave these things rolled out, and you can see all the knives in the little pouches. I'm tempted one time to, when one of them goes for a break, to take one of the knives out and just put it aside. And then when they ask if anybody's seen it, I say, yeah, I put it in the dishwasher, and see what they say. Probably not a good idea. I get the feeling that chef's knives never go in the dishwasher. It's a kitten. This is the third one of the same picture. I'm doing a comparison. I've done 2 videos so far. Once this section's done, I'll be doing the third of 3. If you give me a second, I'll show you the picture. I'm sure you've seen it. It's the multicolored kitten. It's everywhere on the internet. But I'll find it. Hang on. It's based on this picture, but I'll be talking about that. A lot of times you see it and there's a butterfly on the kitten's nose, but the ones that don't have the butterfly. First finish of 2022. Cool. Yeah, that'd be nice. I can't remember when I finished my first one. I think it was before I did the kittens. I've already done this in a 20 by 20 with square drills, a 20 by 20 with round drills, and this is a 30 by 30 in round. So the idea that I wanted to show, really for beginners, but it's quite interesting, I think, for everybody, the differences between the canvas for a square and a round from the same company, same size. I'm trying to remember now. I think we found out that the round has roughly 1,400 less drills, the same size, 20 by 20. And it had, I think it was 3 less colours. So when I do the final video, we can have a look. What size was it? It's not just the size, but again, I'll be talking about that in the final video. There's actually a lot of variables in this, and it can vary quite a bit depending which company you buy them from. You would think if you buy, for example, this, a 30 by 30 of this kitten from any company, it's going to look the same. It won't, surprisingly. I bought a new sofa and chair. I ordered on 24th of October. They said February, but right. Oh, nice. It's good. It's good when things turn up early. 30 by 30, so it'd be this size. Do you know where she bought it from? I'm wondering if it's actually the same one. I got this on Amazon. But again, Amazon, there's different stores on Amazon, like AliExpress, so chances are it's probably somewhere else. This is what happens when I start talking. The diamond painting basically stops. I can't multitask very well. Hi Valerie, thanks for dropping in. It's good to see you. How's the weather where you are? I'm just nosy. I just like to know what the weather's like. It's pretty grey and rainy in Copenhagen today. We're waiting on a storm coming in, but it's not really meant to hit Copenhagen, so we'll see. It is windy though, but not that bad. Windy and snowy. Yeah, I don't think I even took a note of the company that I got mine. It was just I just wrote in Amazon. It could actually be the same. I'm waiting on what am I waiting on now? I'm waiting on 3 diamond paintings and a diamond painting pen for future reviews. Hopefully they turn up within the next few days. I'm off again, done 12-hour shifts, filled in, done 2 12-hour shifts for them, then did my own 2 12-hour shifts. So I'm off until Wednesday. So I'm hoping that I'm going to get some stuff to unbox. But typically they'll turn up on Wednesday when I'm going to work, but we'll see. One is coming from Australia and it just left Australia yesterday, so I don't think I'm going to see that one. But there again, I don't know how it comes. It's a company that I haven't tried before, so I don't know if it comes by air or by boat. I'm just checking back in case I missed comments. I don't think so. Yeah, a lot of what I actually did was I bought Home Craftology have got what they call a beginner's bundle, and it is 3 diamond paintings in the pack. The kitten is one of them. The other one is a tree, and the other one is a baby rabbit. And they are 20 by 20. So I was curious to see how well they turn out at 20 by 20, which is pretty small. So I was going to buy the beginner's bundle, and then I thought, hang on a minute, how do they compare? Because you can buy it in round or you can buy it in square. So I bought the bundle in round and in square. So the other two that I've done, one is round, one is square, and they're 20 by 20. So I was comparing them, like what is the real difference between a round canvas and a square? So we found out that the square canvas has more drills on a 20 by 20, direct comparison, and it has more colour. So that comes into play when you're building a picture. If you have more dots and more colour, you tend to get a better picture. Diamond Dots Frostmoon, I don't know that one. Is it a partial, Helen? The only Diamond Dots I've done is Winter Wonderland. Somebody has asked me if I can do a video showing the completed picture. I will do it, but I need to figure out how I'm going to do it because it is a big diamond painting and it won't fit on this desk. So I need to figure out how I'm going to set it up and where I'm going to put the camera. But I will do it just in case that person's watching. I can't remember. I can't remember who it was that asked. Yeah, it's partial. They seem. I don't know if they do full drill, or if they mainly do partials. I don't know. I just remember when I was looking at the website a long time ago, it seemed that most, if not all, were partial. I still don't know where I stand in that. I mean, it looks really nice when it's finished, but the sky is printed, and it just seems kind of weird that the picture all sparkles except the sky, and I don't know. It just seems kind of weird to me. I just prefer the whole thing to be drills, and then it all sparkles, and it looks. I think it looks better, but it looks. Some people. I mean, I know a lot of people like partial diamond paintings. I'm not saying that I don't like it, but I just think if the sky had been drills as well, it would have been better. But they also do printed to get more detail in things. Like there was another one that I saw, and it's like a wizard, and his face is printed, but his wizard's hat and his robe and everything are drills. They got some, okay. And I get it because the detail on his face, like the wrinkles in his like around his eyes and stuff, you wouldn't be able to do it in drills because they're fine detail and you would lose that. So I sort of get that, but I still think, I don't know, it's everything else shines except his face and his hand. Just probably thinking about it too much. Instead of just looking at the image and liking the image, I'm sort of thinking, "Ah, that looks kind of different. I don't know." So the next one I'm going to do is the one that I'm waiting on from Australia. But if I finish this before that one arrives, I'm going to do another one called Cartoon Cow, and it's actually a zebra. Keep losing connection. Okay, I have got no message saying that anything's wrong this time. Is anybody else having problems with this stream? So I'm pretty sure it's because I was running wirelessly, and that was no problems. Good. Not at the moment. Okay. No problem. Yeah. So you need to get your husband to buy you a better computer. Tell him it's for work. Has to be the best. Okay. So well, it's good to know because the last live was, for me anyway, a bit of a disaster. It just kept hamstering, so people weren't catching the whole thing, and sitting watching the spinning circle isn't much fun. So hopefully we've fixed the problem. Oh, I forgot to plug in the power. Give me a second. Whew, I forgot to plug in power. These, I take the laptop over and sit it on my desk. And sometimes I forget to bring the cable. So it should be okay now. So what is everybody else working on at the moment? And from which company? I can hear that wind outside now, building up. Just getting over a rotten cold that I had for a long time, but not COVID. I've done home tests, come back negative. I've managed to dodge COVID so far, but I think all of the chefs now, Howling Wolf GBFKE 40 by 80. That's a nice size. Cross stitch conversion. Whoa. Is that Heaven and Earth design, Caroline? Or did you just do it yourself? I've got a Heaven and Earth design, a blank canvas. Working on Who Killed the Rabbit. Who Killed the Rabbit? Okay. Oh, it's not Heaven and Earth design. Working on Who Killed the Rabbit. Then I'm working. Valerie, you're dragging your heels with that King Kong. I was hoping you were going to say you were finished. Valerie's working on King Kong. It's nearly life size. Ah, Herding Horde. I know. I remember you from Instagram. Yeah, it is It is pretty dark, that King Kong one. I like working on colourful ones, but I do have some very dark ones that I haven't done yet. But most of mine I like to have colour in them. The brighter the better. Rabbit Hole by DIY Moonshop. I don't think I've bought anything from them yet. 55 by 69. Well, that's big as well. I started making up a spreadsheet so I can search companies because I tend to forget where I got different things. Like these tweezers came with a kit and they're gold, sparkly. And I can't remember what company it was. And sometimes people ask, like, where did you get the tweezers? And I can't remember. Whereas if I'd made up a database, I could have put like a little note at the bottom and said gold tweezers. I know it's a company that does it as standard, but I just can't remember who. Does anybody else use tweezers to diamond paint? Says he, popping a drill. Or does everybody use pens? I should actually sit here with a little notepad and write things down because some of these titles, Rabbit Hole, don't know. My brother got me Diamond Dots Graceful Landing in 2020. Can't use tweezers. One thing for sure with the Diamond Dots, it is very, very sparkly. The drills are very shiny. And the one that I did had a lot of ABs, and that's how I ended up using tweezers all the time. Pens. How many pens do you have, Valerie? Mostly use pen. Unfortunately, I can't even use those big fat ones. The Diamond Dots pens, or were you talking about the canvases? Do Diamond Dots do pens? I've got quite a few pens. I think it's around 40, maybe. And now I use tweezers all the time, which is a bit ironic. But I like the pens. I mean, this is my favourite pen to use. I don't know if that's a bit too thick, but I really like the design with this bulb. I find it very, very comfortable to hold. So this was my favourite pen. Well, it still is, I suppose, to use. And it's wood. Spalted tamarind, it's called. I started getting different woods, just curious. I like the fact that every single one is different, no matter if it comes even from the same tree. But you could say the same with acrylic. I mean, they're all different. I didn't know Diamond Dots did pens. They have a rubber grip in the middle. Oh, that's different. I'll need to have a look at that. Alphabet designs, Pinson. Okay. Dreamer Designs. I think maybe I did get a Dreamer Designs. I need to sort that database. It's quite annoying because at times I'm like, have I got anything from them? Finished 2 diamond dots. One was a very small rainbow. Yeah, I've seen that. Finished the wolf diamond dots. Okay, never seen that one. My wife uses a glass diamond painting pen, which is quite thin. I got this, I think, in AliExpress. I was just curious because it was made of glass. So it's solid glass. It's heavy, but you can see it's very thin here. And this is her favourite pen. She likes the weight. She doesn't like thick pens either. Yeah, that'd be cool, Caroline. Thanks. I'm always interested in seeing what people are working on and if they find like that pen, that idea with the pen with the rubber in the middle, that interests me. Yeah, it was just I saw this in AliExpress and I thought glass. I've never seen a glass pen, so I ordered it and I did an unboxing, and it actually comes in a really nice little box with a ribbon and it looks really really nice. I can't remember the price, but I mean it wasn't expensive. The only thing is well, actually, it was my wife said that the tip moved slightly when she was using it. So what I did, I put a little piece of that's what that is, a little piece of masking tape inside just to pack it, and it doesn't budge. But you can, if you use a multiplacer, it doesn't have like an end. But if you use a multiplacer, all you do is pull the tip out and push on the multiplacer. They just pop in and out. But I mean, the movement was tiny, but it annoyed her. So I just packed it up and it works fine. And this is the pen that she uses all the time. And she's dropped it twice and it never broke, which is surprising because I thought that is just going to snap. But so far, so good. I don't. If you look up the YouTube channel, I can't remember what I put in the title. I think I might have put glass. If you search for glass, you'd see the unboxing. I was impressed. It was a really nice presentation if you're getting one as a gift for someone, and if they like thin pens. Tweezers only. Well done, Carrie. Yeah, I definitely prefer tweezers now. Never ever thought I would say that, but no more messing about with pink wax and picking pink wax out between the drills and removing excess and all that carry on. But very few people use tweezers. AliExpress 01. M's got a wooden pen. I like the wooden pens. They're quite tactile. Like they feel kind of weird, but they feel nice. They're warmer than acrylic, and they're lighter as well. I mean, I've got quite a few wooden ones, but I've got acrylic as well, and I've got the ones that's wood and acrylic. Hi Val, thanks for dropping in. I don't have any. I did this before. I ended up bringing out all the pens and just see what I've got close by, if anything. No, just wooden. think. Yeah, it's just another wooden one sitting in the drawer. But this is natural, the colouring. It's not stained or anything. Maybe if I switch the light to normal light. Oh, bright. That redness is just natural in the wood. And this is the spalted tamarind. There's actually holes in it where worms have went through the wood. Little dot there, dot there, dot there. That's where little bugs have crawled through the wood. So makes it unique. I like this part. Getting all geeky about pens, but I don't know. I just like the uniqueness. I like the spalted when you get these lines and the sort of real contrast between the wood, where it's really pale here and here, and then more brown there. I don't know. I just like it. Yeah, I like it. Spalted tamarind. I can't remember what this one's called. Flame, no, red. Can't remember. Boxwood or something. Can't remember. Quite a lot of different wooden pens. I mean, the pens, once you find a design that you like this is the style that I like with this bulb thing. I just find it really comfortable. After finding the most comfortable thing, then it's just looking at different pens, different colours, different. Some I've got are acrylic, some are wood, and some are combined hybrids. The tamarind one is they're both from the same company. What I did was I went online and I searched for companies that sell blanks, and then I contacted. Can't remember the name of the company. It's been that long. Forgot the name of the company. Erieside Crafts, and I think they're in Ohio. I've bought a lot of pens from them, and basically they've said if you see anything that you want, anything you like from like the suppliers, just let us know. And what happens is I'll send them a link, and they'll buy it and get it sent to them, and then they make it and send it to me. Obviously, I pay for them; they're not freebies. But yeah, I've got quite a few pens off of them because I like the design. Got another one here, a hybrid one. I'll put the white light on because it shows the colour better. So it's a combination. But again, it's got this bulb. This is just my favourite shape. And the person that I get in touch with is Melissa, who's in the Diamond Painting Gym Facebook group. It's the only way to get in touch with them, because it's actually her dad that makes them. He's been making writing pens for a long time, And one day she said to him, "Could you make me a diamond painting pen?" And he said, "How do you use it? What do you do with it?" So he watched her diamond painting and went to his workshop and came up with that design. And I said to her, how many variations did he come up with? And she said, no, that was it. He thought about it, saw what I was doing with it, came up with that design, and that's it. Got it right straight away. I just find it very comfortable because you don't have to actually squeeze the pen like normally when you're holding pens, you sort of squeeze them. All I do is, I wasn't planning to do this, but all I do is sit it between my two fingers and then sit my thumb there. So I'm not like squeezing the pen to hold it. It just sits there. Yeah, if you go in the group and just say you're looking for a custom pen, Melissa should get in touch. But the group is very, very quiet. Very quiet. I set it up a long time ago. The idea was just some people could come in and just chat about diamond painting, show what they were working on, whatever. But there are so many diamond painting groups, and I don't really spend a lot of time in it. I moderate everything, which I know some people didn't like. I don't let any comments go in the group or any posts, initial posts, without reading them first, because I used to look in other groups and the amount of arguing that was going on about just rubbish as far as I'm concerned. I thought, no, I'll just moderate it. And some people have said they don't like it, the fact that they try and post and it says it has to be checked, and so they don't post. But that's just it. But it is very, very, very quiet. Apart from Laurie. Laurie posts a lot. She's always posting updates on what she's working on. But nobody really gets involved. You can see that people have seen it. People don't even bother to like or anything. So that's just how it is. Okay, I think I've done that call. Yeah, that's what I noticed, but I don't really look in groups anymore. It gets a bit much at times when people are, I don't know, arguing over trivial things like round or square drills. That can cause arguments, believe it or not. Or company X is much better than company Y because I say so. I don't really have any time for that stuff. Don't do Facebook anymore. We keep getting scams. I give up. Only use Instagram. Yeah, I only look in maybe 3 groups, maybe. I don't really post very often. Because you'll get people asking a question and like they ask a basic question and they get like 40 answers that are all different or contradicting each other. And I'm thinking, for a beginner, that is very confusing. I just don't sort of add to the tide. I mean, a lot of things are just very subjective. Like, are tweezers better than pens? That would be a good one for a YouTube video. Are tweezers better than pens? I would say technically they are, because you don't use wax. You don't have the mess with wax. You don't have. You can see better. Like when you're placing a drill, you can see where the drill's going with the tweezers. The problem is it takes practice to get used to it, especially round. And people don't want to practice, so they don't. So they say, nah, tweezers suck. Multiplacers, some people love multiplacers, some people hate multiplacers. I've never used multiplacer because for me, doing a diamond painting is a relaxation, and I just like to do one dot at a time. It's Melissa. Melissa Knopf or something. Knauff, I think. It's Melissa, not Melissa. And it's her dad that makes them. I tried to talk her into starting an Instagram or something where her dad could post pictures and they could, like, people would, like, see them, but it just never happened. I think her dad's just too busy doing other things, but he does make the pens. And he will make them double-ended if you want. Again, I just like the simplicity of this design. I just think it's really practical, and for me, it's perfect for me. But it can make them dual-ended. So if you are interested in a multiplacer or a straightener at another end of your pen, you can make them double-ended. But I think I've got one double-ended. All the rest are that sort of shape. The thing again though is because they're handmade, they are slightly different. Some I've got like a thicker bulb. Some have got a sort of narrower bulb. This one, what I actually did was I had a pen that I really liked, and I measured I measured this with the bulb, and I contacted Melissa and I said, "Look, could your dad make a pen out of this spalted tamarind from this other website and make the bulb this size, like to the millimeter?" So that's what he did. How geeky is that? But I like the fact that things are made by hand. Like, it's actually a person who's stood there and hand worked the pen. That just appeals to me. When I started, I mean, the thing is, there's going to be some people who can't use tweezers for physical reasons, like they can't close their hands enough, or their hands hurt, or like some medical thing. When I first tried to use tweezers, it was a nightmare. The first tweezer I picked up, the first drill I picked up, I managed to pick it up and it just went ping, and I seriously never found that drill again. It just shot across the room, don't know where it went. And that put me off. Like, just that one experience put me off. And for a long time, a year and a half, more than a year and a half, never used tweezers. All I used them for was to pick out drills that I'd put in the wrong place, or pick out drills that were out of shape and I never noticed before I put them down. And ABs, because I read about AB drills. That's the ones that have got that fancy coating on them. The AB coating can draw the pink wax out the pens, and the pens can scratch the coating. So I always used tweezers for AB drills, but normally there's only a few drills. There's not normally a lot. But that Winter Wonderland that I did from Diamond Dots had a lot of ABs, So and it was round drills, it wasn't square. I was using the tweezers for them. And then just one day I realised I wasn't actually really thinking about it. I was just using the tweezers, and I thought I could use these just for normal drills. So that's what I started doing, and I've been doing that ever since. But the secret that I found, when I tried to use tweezers initially, I was holding them down here, away down at the tip, and I was pressing pretty hard trying to pick up. Now, when you put a lot of pressure on them and anything goes wrong, they just shoot out the tweezer. What I found is if I hold them back here, like halfway, roughly halfway, and you just gently squeeze. So just pick one up. Another thing is get the lines so that when you pick up with tweezers, the tweezers aren't going over the lines. So, and then just gently pick it up. And the thing about that is if I drop it, or if I'm moving over and I drop it like that I just did there, it lands somewhere here, not somewhere across the other side of the room. So even dropping it, or again, like I squeezed that and it jumped, but you notice it only went from here to here. It never went far. So you can pick it up and then, I mean, that isn't at the right angle, but even if you pick them up and they're like that, all you do is drop it and then flip it over. And then you can use the tweezer to manipulate it. The other thing I found was after a bit of time, the tips of the tweezers start to get sticky because they're touching the glue. I don't know if it's going to work. No, not now. But sometimes when I go to pick up, no, it's not going to do it. But sometimes, like if I tried to pick up that drill, the one above would stick to the outside of the tweezer, and I would pick it up and I'd have one in the tweezer and one hanging. And what I would do is just the one that's hanging, I would just touch it on the glue roughly where I want to put it, and then move over and place the one that I was going to place. Initially, I was shaking it and trying to get the thing off, but then I thought, why am I doing that? I'm going to be using it anyway. So if they stick, I just take them over and use them. Okay, the thing with the tweezers is be gentle. That is the biggest secret that I found anyway. But some people just don't want or don't like using tweezers, and that's it. Again, it's a personal thing. But I don't think they're as bad as you might think. Enjoy your tea, Em. Got one that shouldn't be there. So when I'm doing any diamond painting, doesn't matter if it's round or square, I do the checkerboard. I mean, I wasn't really thinking, but I do the checkerboard all the time. So it means I skip one. And that means that when you come back, you're basically just filling in the gaps and you don't have to even think about it, rather than concentrating on placing every one. And it really helps to keep things straight. Tammy's fine, thanks. She's managed to avoid corona as well so far. She doesn't use tweezers. She says she doesn't have the patience, and she likes that glass pen, so she's not going to be converted. She's working on a diamond painting for one of her brothers. Okay, Carrie, thanks for dropping in. It's nice to see you. Have a good day. I've noticed that a few of these drills have got flat edges. I don't use them. On the 1st of February, Denmark is dropping all restrictions. So no, you don't need to wear a mask. You don't need to keep apart, anything like that. Nothing. No restrictions from the 1st of February. Even although our infection rate is the highest it's ever been at the moment. But they're looking at the number of people that are going into hospital, and the percentage is very, very low. So they've decided it's time to just bite the bullet and drop all restrictions, carry on as normal. They're expecting a lot more people. I mean, we're getting about 50,000 a day infections, new infections, which is way above what it's ever been. I mean, Denmark's a tiny little country. But they've decided that so few people are getting seriously ill that it's time to just carry on, and they're expecting the infection rate to go a lot higher, but they're not expecting hospital admissions to go up that much. The only thing that they're saying is people that are going to visit people in like hospitals or old folks' homes, try and be sensible. What light have I got on here? Oh, where's the right one? This light that I've got, I can switch it from white light to a sort of more orangish, which is meant to be for reading. It's just less strain on your eyes. Works really well. So hopefully I'm going to get this finished tonight, and then I'll do part 3 of the series of videos that I've been doing, and we can look at the completed picture and compare it to the smaller ones, and people can decide which one they like the best. The one thing with this one is it doesn't have any DMC codes. The other two do. So when you're finished, you're not exactly sure what the colours are, except black. Everybody knows black 310. Okay, I think that's all of that. So it looks like the Ethernet cable has fixed the problem. That's good to know. So it's gone all quiet. Is anybody else diamond painting? Cool. It's always nice to know what people are doing. Diamond painting and lurking is fine with me. What are you working on, Jess? And is it round or square? And are you using a pen or tweezers? So many questions. Almost finished. Round. Oh yeah, Wolf Dreamcatcher, I remember that one. Nice. What size is that? Well, I'm guessing it's pretty big because all of Diamond Art Club seem to be pretty big. Pen. Is it a Diamond Art Club blue pen? Or a standard pink pen? Or AN other? Oh, right, it's okay, not that big. Diamond painting with you, 11 a.m. What time is it here? 5 p.m. here. It's getting to that time. I think I'll be heading off soon to have dinner. But I'm going to finish this tonight because I really want to get the final video done. So I've got part 3 of 3, and then I can think of something else to do. Doing the same picture three times is... The idea was good, but I'm not going to be doing a colourful kitten for a while. A roll stop pen, is that the one that's got like a square end? I saw one a long time ago and I thought that was quite a cool idea because I work on a slanted table. The pen I saw, it was squared at one end. I can't remember where it was though. Flat. Oh, right, okay, yeah, I've seen that as well. Oh, really? So I take it you're working on a drafting table as well, like an angled table? My wife's dropped her glass pen twice. How it hasn't snapped, I don't know. I've dropped pens a few times. They just don't break. Ugh, typical. I thought I'd finished 310. I missed this row. Yeah, drafting table really helped. I was using the dining room table for a while, but I was starting to develop a sore neck and sore shoulders. And it was getting worse because I was spending a lot of time. And initially, I could feel it. It would be maybe after 2 hours or something, I would start to feel it. And then it got to the point that basically, if I did 10 minutes, I could feel it. And I saw these like angled tables, and I thought, okay, I'll give that a try. And I don't use it on a huge angle, but I do lower the seat. I've got like a height adjustable chair, and I lower it down so I'm sort of sitting more looking along the table than down on it. And I can diamond paint for hours and hours and hours, and it doesn't bother me. So yeah, definitely recommend a drafting table if somebody's having problems with their neck. Definitely worked for me, I'm glad to say. So do you know what you're working on next, Jess? Have you already got your sights on your next project? Yeah, I think, can't remember. It's one or maybe two, but that's why I use these. Like, people ask about this. What is this stuff? This is table placemats, and I cover everything with them, and it makes me sit like trays and whatever, anything. They don't slide down. Um, obviously, I put release paper underneath. Like, I put release paper on the picture. Just now, this is me. I'm on the last section. Normally, I would cover all this over, but it was just to add a bit of colour to the picture, really. I would normally have the mat would come up to there, and I would only have maybe a couple of drills. Spring picture of Paris. Is that the sort of black and white one with red in it? There's people walking along the street with the Eiffel Tower. I see that one a lot. That wind is picking up outside. Oh, a colourful one. Okay. I've probably seen it. It's just that one. When I think about Paris, for whatever reason, that picture is the one that comes into mind. And what size is it? Is it a reasonable size, or is it massive? Blooming Paris. Okay. Home Fun. Yeah, I'm sure I've got something from them. Can't remember which one. Or maybe more than one. I don't really worry about the gaps anymore. I don't really think about it. Because once you switch your light off and take a few steps back, you can't see them. The thing that gets me is people will talk about the gaps in squares, but nobody really talks about the gaps in round. The gaps in round are bigger than the gaps in squares. But the thing is, in rounds, it's an even gap. In squares, it's uneven. And I think that's what your brain picks up. It's uneven gaps. So your brain's like, they're uneven. Whereas these gaps are bigger, but they're even. So your brain doesn't really pick that up. Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, when we're doing these things, we are so close. We notice every tiny little anything. But to anybody who sees the finished product up on the wall or wherever in a frame, they're not looking at it that close. And realistically, they don't care. They're looking at it like this. They look at that and say, oh, that's a cute kitten picture. That's it. They won't look at it and say, that drill's a bit out for that one, and I don't know. It's like if you wallpaper a room, I don't know if you've ever wallpapered. I don't know if it's a thing. People just paint now. But when you're wallpapering and you've got a pattern on the paper and you get one bit in a corner that is really awkward because the walls aren't square, and you try and try and try to get that match, and you're like 2 millimeters out, and you eventually give up. Nobody else notices it. But there's always the fact that you know there are no gaps in that diamond painting. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, it is nice to see them just perfect. I mean, it is nice to see that. I don't know if you were there when I was talking about the next one that I'm going to do. I have DAC has adjusted their grid. Ah, is that for squares you're talking about? I think I've only done 2 Diamond Dark Club. They're both round, and they look fine. Yeah, there was definitely an issue. My wife has been, in fact, the one she's working on just now, can't remember if I think it's actually round, but she did a square. It was the first square that I had seen from Diamond Art Club. Yeah, it wasn't what I expected. That's all I'll say. And I felt a bit annoyed because it was actually she was looking to get her first diamond painting, and I said, "Get a diamond dark club. They're really, like, good quality, they're really nice." And then she got that, and she was like, "Look at this, look at this, look at this with the drills," and I was like was surprised, but I know they were having some sort of issues. I'm glad to hear they fixed it. I'm just thinking about the one that I did an unboxing of recently. I can't remember if it was square or round. Let me check. I did an unboxing of Marine to Life. It's square, so hopefully I've got the good ones. I just got it, what, a week or two ago? So we'll see. Yeah, I don't know when I'm gonna get around to that. I really, really like it. I saw it a long time ago. I don't know if I'm sure you'll know it, but just in case anybody's watching the replay, that's Marine to Life. If I can get it to focus. This is the problem because I'm really set up for this, and trying to get anything to focus is a bit of a nightmare. 1616. Yeah, this year, the 22nd of February is going to be 2/2/22. Yeah, I'm waiting on one coming from a company in Australia that I really want to do. If it hasn't arrived by the time I get this finished, I don't know if you were here earlier, Lurking Jess, but the one that I'm going to do next is called Cartoon Cow, and it's actually a zebra or zebra. So, sorry, lost in translation. It isn't a cow, unless they think it's a black and white stripy cow. But it's just another little sort of cutesy one. Would be good for a young kid's bedroom or something. It was just something for a change. I tend to do big ones that take like a long time. And I thought, okay, I'm going to do some small ones, small, relatively quick projects, not ones that take months. The sort of normal size that I do is about 60 by 80. Hi, Jean. Thanks for dropping in. Good morning. I'm on the last section of the last kitten. No more kittens after this. Yeah, I don't do events. The only one that we did was the Halloween thing not last year, the year before. Drills and Chills, is it? I just don't have time to try and coordinate myself with events. I have no idea what's happening with events. There seems to be events all the time. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just for me, I can't fit in what I want to do with events at the same time. Yeah, I am very tired of kittens. It seemed like a good idea at the time. It was like when I did the Which Wax Wins. I thought that would be a good idea. That was actually worse than this. Okay, Helen, thanks for dropping in. Have a good weekend. I'll catch you later. Sakura Festival. Well, they have a Sakura Festival in Copenhagen. Oh yeah, I can believe that. Yeah, I did a thing a while back now where I was comparing different waxes and decided to compare them, see how many drills I could place with each wax. Hi, Michelle. Thanks for dropping in. Yeah, I was comparing waxes and seeing how many drills I could place with one dot of each wax. And hi, Nancy. That took a long time to. The thing is, I had to get it all done before I could do the YouTube video. I've actually still got the waxes here. I've got a plastic bag and I've got all these different waxes that have got one dot out of them. So what I did was I took each type of wax and I've got 13 different waxes, and I just sat and did them. The canvas that I was working on had grids, so it was like 10 by 10 squares, so it was a bit easier to count. So I was doing columns, and the one that did the least was 997 drills, and the one that did the most was 5,861. So I had to sit and do all these drills. So it was like 997 in one, 1,006, then 1,373, then 1,410, 1,466, 1,530, 1,617, 1,631, 2,728, 3,206, 3,768, 5,861. I had to place all of those drills before I could do my video. That was one that seemed like a good idea at the time. I would rather do kittens. But it was an interesting project, I think. But I won't be doing it again. Because tweezers beat wax. Yeah, it is, and I mean, I hadn't really thought about it. I just had an idea, and then I thought, yeah, that'd be quite interesting, just to see how they compare. Not realising how much work goes into it. I mean, this one is a 20 by 20 in square, a 20 by 20 in round, and a 30 by 30 in round. No big deal, really, but it's the same picture 3 times. I mean, once you get this coloured area done, it's just white. This is just going to be a great big grid. Yeah, I mean, the initial reason for doing it was because it was the beginner's bundle from Home Craftology. And I wanted people to realistically see what they would get, because you know what it's like. You look at a diamond painting website, some are a bit different, but we'll say the majority, especially the ones where you can pick different sizes. They show you the artwork, and no matter which size you order, you're looking at the same picture, which is the original artwork, which your picture is never going to look like. But they don't tell you that. So, for example, I'm taking, this is the actual picture from Amazon. So you could only get it one size, 30 by 30, and that's what it looks like. Now, I'll be showing on the video the difference between that and this, and why you're never going to get that. Because I think it's important to try and get the things through to the total beginner who is just looking at a picture and thinking, oh, I'll get that, and I'll get the small one because it's going to look the same as the big one and it's a lot cheaper. I actually already did something before. I did one with chickens from Homecraftology. I bought the smallest picture and I bought the biggest picture, and I did both, and then I compared them, and the difference was huge. Yeah, this is a 30 by 30. 15, a whole 15 colours. Yeah, I didn't take a note of that either. I just wrote in Amazon. I never put in the store. I mean, I could find it again if I look through my orders from Amazon. But I mean, the video is really just to make points and things that people might not realise, like by a 20 by 20, round or square, you would think they would just be the same number of colours, same size. But there's, like, we've already found out that the round 20 by 20 has something like 1,400 less drills than the square. I'll have to go find your chicken comparison video. Yeah, I mean, that's where my focus is, really, beginners, because I just think that if people start off with a really bad experience, like buying something and they expect it to look like this, and it's just they simply don't know. It's a bad experience, and they think, I've just spent that money and spent that time, and the picture's not worth looking at. If I can sort of help some people avoid that, I'd be quite happy. And then we have more diamond painters, and then we have more people we can talk to, and more people are interested in it. So companies are producing more diamond paintings, and it helps everybody. Because the flip side of that is you get somebody who has a bad experience and then maybe talking to their friends at some point, and you're saying, oh, I'm thinking about getting this thing called diamond painting. And they say, oh yeah, I tried that a few months ago and they suck. The picture doesn't look anything like what you actually get. Like, It has a negative effect, I think. Yeah, the chicken one. I can't remember what it's called. But there is a huge difference because I went, like I said, the smallest size to the largest. And the large one was pretty big. I'm just going to see if I can find it. Don't know if that's it. Oh, it's a short. So it's not chicken. I can't remember. It could be Beginner's Guide to Choosing Your First Diamond Painting. Yeah, I think it's that one. The full title of it is Beginner's Guide to Choosing Your First Diamond Painting and Why Size Matters. I think that's it. Working and lurking. So I've got Jean and Jess lurking. Except Jess has came out of the cupboard. She's actually been chatting. And I'm forgetting what colour I'm on. I'm going to be heading off, I think, because yeah, it's 5:30. Man can't live on diamond painting alone. Dropped it twice. Very cold out. Everybody seems to be having snow except us. You just have rain. Very windy though. They're expecting, it's probably here by now, but they're expecting a storm to come in and hit Copenhagen. Sorry, not Copenhagen, Denmark. It looks like at Copenhagen, but I can hear the wind outside. The wind is increasing. But they're expecting pretty severe weather on mainland Denmark and the north of Zealand. which is the island that we're on. But I don't think we're really going to get hit by much. So it's just strong winds and rain. They're expecting structural damage. They'll be closing the bridge across the mainland. No trucks and all the usual. Central Florida, we're freezing 48 degrees. What is it? It's 47.3 here, which is really mild. Michelle, 3:30 in the morning. Well, at least it's Friday. Well, Saturday, actually, for you. Thanks for dropping in. Yeah, I was just switching you can hear the beep. It's 8.5 degrees Celsius in Copenhagen just now, which is very mild for this time of year. This is the thing about talking to people around the world and temperatures and stuff. I mean, we've got somebody that comes in sometimes and she's in Vegas. She can't imagine the weather we get. Okay, I'm just doing this little square and then I'm going, or I'll just end up sitting here all night. And I'm hungry. $36. Oh, it's pretty cold. Okay, so yep, thanks to everybody who dropped in. It was nice to chat. Thanks for coming out of hiding, Jess. It was nice talking to you. Good luck with your studying, Jean. And everybody else that dropped in, thanks. It really makes it for me when people actually talk. Kathy, your timing is terrible. Good morning, New York. I am heading off for dinner. It's 5:37 p.m. in Denmark. So maybe catch you another time, Kathy. But thanks for dropping by. And in the meantime, take care, be safe, and wash your hands.